Save time with the Sperry Software AutoPrint Pro add-in for Microsoft Outlook. AutoPrint Pro does everything the AutoPrint add-in does and more. Say you want to print invoices for the front office, purchase orders for the warehouse, and timesheets to HR. You can use rules with this add-in to print different types of emails and/or their attachments automatically to different printers, and even save paper by printing just the first page of each. Let's open the Sperry Software tab in Outlook to take a look. To configure the AutoPrint Pro settings, you're going to create separate rules for different situations in your Outlook account. Open Show Rules to get started. We'll start by selecting Add to create a new rule. On the General tab, you can enable a rule or clear this box if you ever want to stop using a rule without deleting it. Now enter a name for your purposes. Next, we'll configure which items to print using this rule with the remaining options on this tab. Choose one or more folders to watch. Items that arrive in the selected folders are automatically printed if they match the other settings for this rule. The Filter Rules section allows you to print all emails or only those that match a specific subject, sender name or email address, or to address. You can use wildcards in these filtering rule fields or include multiple entries by separating them with a semicolon. Now define what you want to print. You can print emails, plus PDFs, Word documents, Excel files, and many more file types. If you only want to print the email, check this box. If you only want to print the attachments, check this box. Or if you want to print both, check both boxes. If you only want to print certain types of attachments, you can indicate the file types here. Again, you can use wildcards. Separate multiple file types with a semicolon. Now let's open the Overall Options tab to define the printer and actions for this rule. Select the printer you want to use. You can gain greater control over the print process by independently defining the printer setup and page setup for each rule. The great thing about rules is that you can have them perform additional actions. These boxes allow you to assign a category when items print or fail to print. You can mark the email as read and move it to another folder as part of your workflow. The Email Office Settings tab allows you to define pages to print for emails, Word documents, and Excel files. For emails, you can also add page numbers, the mailbox owner name, the attachment count, and a header on the printouts. There are similar options for how to handle printing PDF files on this tab. The last tab controls how images are printed. Back on the General tab, we select OK to save this rule. Remember that you can define multiple rules to change how different situations are handled, and on this AutoPrint Pro Rules window, you can control each rule. This column shows whether the rule is enabled or turned off temporarily. You can edit or delete a rule. The Copy Add option allows you to start with an existing rule and make just a few adjustments for a new different rule. You can select one or more rules in the list and assign them to a new printer. This additional configuration tab applies to all rules and allows you to define exceptions. Maybe you don't want to print certain file names like terms and conditions. Again, these exceptions can include wildcards and multiple items separated with a semicolon. On your Sperry Software tab, you have two additional buttons. To print unread items, you would select a folder you want to print and select the Print Unread Items button. Likewise, the Retry Printing button will attempt to print any emails that did not previously successfully print. The Sperry Software AutoPrint Pro add-in is perfect for the busy professional. Get those emails out so you can get the job done.